Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you've already been here, welcome back. Today's video is going to be about my second trimester and anything that happened throughout it, any symptoms that I experienced. The reason I make these videos is because I want to document them for myself, and also because I like to watch these videos kind of to compare and see what are other moms experiencing. Is it normal? And just kind of to share my experiences with you. This video is definitely not for someone that doesn't want to hear TMI. This video is about pregnancy, mainly pregnancy symptoms. A lot of pregnancy symptoms are, you know, a little graphic, or I don't know, just something that maybe a guy doesn't want to hear, or maybe just someone that doesn't like maybe think that this is way too much information to be sharing. So this is your warning. If you don't want to hear it, you might as well exit now, because I'm about to get started. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started because I have a lot to share and I don't want to make this video super duper long. But my second trimester started, of course, at my 14 weeks, and I'm going to kind of try to say the dates and also what happened, but I will be reading it off my phone. So if you see me look down, that's why I'm looking down. And just wanted to get that out of the way, because if I can't be looking at the camera the whole time, that's why I have to look at my notes, because I definitely could not remember all this stuff. So anyways, 14 weeks. This was October 16th, and this is the first time that I had my high-risk doctor appointment. Everything went well. Everything looked perfect on baby. They did like a basic anatomy scan, which is where they check the organs and the body parts, but they don't go super duper in depth. They do check the organs. I don't know if I already said that. But they checked like my fluid, where the baby is, like the amniotic fluid. They checked my cervix, so they checked the baby, and everything looked good. We did go over the fact that the septum is there, but the doctor said that she wasn't too concerned about it affecting the baby's size or baby's growth or anything, but that we would keep an eye on it, but that she highly doubted it. So that was good to hear, and I was happy to hear that. Also, you will hear me say in this video a few times that I felt like I started feeling movement. That's because as a first-time mom, you don't know what to expect. You don't really know what it's supposed to feel like or anything like that. So there was a few times that I felt like it felt flutters, but I will let you know when I for sure was 100% sure that that's what it was. So on the 16th of October is the first time that I think I felt flutters. It felt like a little spasm, but I still wasn't sure, but I just wanted to document it. On the 16th of October, my boobs hurt really bad that evening. And then the 18th, 19th, I had a really, really bad headache. And at 15 weeks, on the 21st of October, I threw up in the shower. I had nothing to throw up because I had just woken up, so it was just gastric juices, and it felt horrible. And I had to go get my eyelashes done that day, and I remember I was late because of it. So yeah, I think that just the heat of the water, maybe like because my shower was too hot, like it started making me feel lightheaded and kind of wanted to throw up. So that's what happened. At 16 weeks was October 28th. I noticed that my nipples were getting bigger, like the areola, the dark part was getting bigger, and it was really strange. And also another day that I think I might have felt baby move, but I wasn't sure. At 17 weeks on November 5th, I cried. I was just being extra sensitive, so I cried, and I could feel that I was like, Melissa, you're being ridiculous, like there's no reason to cry right now. But I couldn't help it, so I know it was definitely like a hormonal thing. And I noticed that I had been feeling less nauseous most days, but I was pretty nauseous throughout that day. But it was still random. It wasn't as intense, and it wasn't as often as in the first trimester. On November 8th, I noticed that I woke up with a bad headache, and I showered, and I noticed that my left boob, this has nothing to do one with the other, this is just what I have written down. On my left boob, I was getting like these tiny, small, little red veins close to my armpit. It's like right here, and I could still see them. They never went away. And also that day I had like a low blood sugar feeling, which whenever I feel that way, I feel like really hot, weak, hungry, sweaty. So and also I started to notice that the past few days, not just that day but the past few days, I had this feeling like my heartbeat in my chest and my head, like kind of like a pulse. And it would be like when I would be at rest, or it would be like when I would wake up from a nap. So it wasn't like I was like working out or moving a lot and then I felt that way. It was just like out of nowhere. So that was starting to concern me. So I was just taking these notes and I was going to tell my doctor about it. And actually the next day, no, 2 days later, I had my follow-up with my regular doctor, and she was not concerned about it. She just told me to keep an eye on it. If it got any more uncomfortable or if I continued to have that feeling, to let her know. So eventually that went away. I don't even remember when it went away because it just kind of stopped. I don't really know when it stopped, but thankfully that stopped. At 18 weeks, that's when we had our anatomy scan on November 11th. Everything looked perfect. But they did want to take a closer look at a certain part of his brain and another angle of his heart. But they told me we're not concerned. We just need to get another angle, another view of the brain, blah, blah, blah. But of course, I was still a little concerned. I was like, why do they want to look at it? Is everything okay? Are they trying to just keep me from being nervous? But I was just trying to stay calm at that point and trying to stay positive. I'm like, no, if something was wrong, the doctors would have to tell me. So I tried to just keep the faith, continue praying. And then on the 12th, I was laying in bed and I put that I was 60% sure I felt the baby move. It felt like a small muscle spasm. I felt it twice in a row, but since I didn't feel it again anytime soon after that, I wasn't sure if that was the baby. And I just want to feel obvious movement already so I can get excited. And then I also put that I started feeling constipated that day and my boobs were very tender in the evening. On November 15th, I put that my areolas looked like they had little holes in them. So like literally, here's the nipple, and in the nipple, you could just see little holes. Like you could see like a pore, but like a bigger than a pore. And I was like, what is this? Because my nipples don't normally look like this. But I just took note of that because that was very weird. And then on the 16th, I had this really weird feeling in my lower abdomen, like almost like as if somebody had just popped an Alka-Seltzer in there, and it was just like little bubbles, but it was not like just one bubble. It was like little bubbles, and almost like something like ran across like my lower stomach. It was really weird. Once again, not sure if that was real movement or not, but I felt excited that day. The next day, I had the same feeling. Still not sure if that's what it was, but it was pretty suspicious. So that was at 18 weeks. At 19 weeks, on the 18th, Baby and I were having a date night by the fire. We're playing a video game, or not video game, a board game. We're playing a board game, and I felt something move like right here on my left side, pretty high up, but I was laying on my side, so I'm like, what was that? And then I tell Fabian, put your hand right here, and he puts it real quick, and he felt it too, and we're really excited. I'm almost sure that's when I felt the baby move for the first time. But of course I had an appointment, let's see, like 5 days later, and the doctor was like, no, that's way too high, your uterus isn't that high, blah blah blah. But it felt that day like how it feels now when the baby's moving by my ribs. So I don't know, I'm almost 100% sure that that's the first time that I for sure felt movement. But I don't know, with the doctor saying that she doesn't think it's that, it really makes me doubt it, so we will never know. But on the 24th, I had my follow-up for my anatomy scan, because remember, they had to check the heart and the brain again. Everything looked perfect. The brain looked perfect. The heart looked perfect. My cervix, the length was good. At 20 weeks, this is whenever peeing every time I wake up started. So every time I wake up now, I just have to pee. Like, this is not a feeling I can just be like, whatever, I'll just roll over and try to go back to sleep. Like, if I don't go pee, like, I'm not gonna be able to go back to sleep. So that started on the 27th of November and has continued on. December 1st, I am almost 95% sure I have been feeling small movements this week, but still not 100% sure. Definitely can't feel it from the outside though. Just feels like a small muscle spasm on the inside. And that was that. At 21 weeks, November 6th. So this was really weird. I was getting ready for bed, right? I had no bra on, but I had my shirt that I had worn throughout the day on. And I am about to go wash my face and brush my teeth. And I noticed that there's like a wet spot, 2 little wet spots on my left boob, like right where my nipple is. And I was like, what is that? That's weird. So anyways, I changed into my PJs. No, actually, I did not change into my PJs. I stayed in my shirt, washed my face, brushed my teeth. Then I changed into my PJs, went to sleep, and then I wake up in the middle of the night to go to the restroom. And on my PJ shirt, now not just the shirt that I was wearing like throughout the day that day, but now in my PJ shirt in the middle of the night, I see the same thing, same side, like 2 drops on there. So I was like, that's weird. That's the second time that happens, very close together. So then I go back to sleep, and in the morning I remembered that had happened, right? So I am like, I'm gonna go check my shirts, because I get a feeling that if it's colostrum or anything like that, it's gonna leave like a mark. So I go look at my shirt that I wore the day before and my PJ shirt, and they were both stained with like a little tiny drop, like the size the drop was before, and it was crusty. So I put, is this colostrum? Left boob both times. I talked to my doctor and she confirmed that it is probably colostrum. And wow, I did not expect to have anything leaking out of my boobs until the baby was born. So that was very surprising for me. Like 21 weeks, like that is so early. Like I'm barely halfway through. So I don't know. To me, it was very strange, but pretty cool. So I documented that for sure. And I put summary of 21 weeks. I am 100% sure I have been feeling the baby move this week. Definitely such an amazing feeling. Feels like little muscle spasms, mainly have movement in the evening time, and especially when I'm laying on my left side. Best feeling ever. So I think that I had movement at 19 weeks, but since my doctor made me doubt that, for sure at 21 weeks, without a shadow of a doubt, I was having movement at 21 weeks, for sure. So that we just wanted to make that clear. At 22 weeks, which was December 10th, is when we closed on our house. I had a high-risk doctor follow up that day, and I had gained 1 pound or 2 since my lowest weight. I was able to see the baby for a little while, and I got to see the baby in 3D. He did not look clear at all. I'm going to put a little picture right here. As you can see, he did not look clear at all. He looked like he was made out of Play-Doh or something, but it was still fun to see. Everything looked good. Again, extra tired that day because my 22-week pregnant self was painting. Like I was literally on the ground cutting in by the baseboards. I was helping Fabian mask off. It was crazy, but yeah, those were some exhausting days. Actually, the whole month of December was super exhausting. I don't know how I made it through, but I did. Thank you, God, for helping me through. On the 14th, I had a tiny drop of something come out of my left nipple again. And that day I threw up, but it was because I tasted something very disgusting. 23 weeks, this was December 16th, and I had something come out of my right nipple this time. This is the first time that anything came out of my right nipple. Baby was moving a lot. And then on December 20th, I felt like the baby was less active that day, and I remember I was so anxious and I didn't tell anybody anything, but throughout the day I was just like, oh my goodness, why is the baby not moving today? Like, is everything okay? And I was like so nervous, and like I would even go drink water and also like eat a snack and like lay on my left side, and you know, all the little tricks that people tell you that you can do when the baby's not moving. And he would not move, and Then I went and got my Doppler and I checked the heartbeat, and as soon as I put the probe on my stomach, he kicked the probe, and it was just a sigh of relief. And I was like, okay, he's fine. I just don't know, maybe he's just a little tired today or something. But thankfully the next day I woke up and he was super active, and so I was way less anxious that day, and I woke up really hungry that day. And then I had something come out of my left nipple again, and this day I'm like, I wonder like what's making it come out, because like it usually happens when I'm peeing, or when I'm on the toilet, and so I'm just like, why is this happening? So I like squeezed it and like a little drop came out, and I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna do that again. But now I know that can actually make it come out. So yeah, that was really weird. At 24 weeks, December 23rd, I had another high-risk doctor follow-up. My cervix length was good, and this was going to be my last vaginal ultrasound. Baby weighed 1 pound 9 ounces and was measuring 24 weeks and 4 days. Every time that I've gone to the high-risk doctor, the baby has been head down, feet up, which is really good because, you know, that's how the baby needs to be to come out. So please, baby, please do not flip last minute, because he has literally been in that position every single time. So I'm just scared that last minute he's going to be like, I'm bored of being like this, and he's just going to flip. So then he'll be breech. No. Please don't do that, sir. 25 weeks, on January 4th, I woke up in the middle of the night to pee, and I sneezed. I felt food come up at the exact same time. I was on the toilet and I had to throw up. Oh my gosh, that was not fun. I had to like hold the vomit in my mouth while I wiped, and then I threw up in the toilet. It was just, ooh, it was a mess. That was not fun. I put that I am officially pretty constipated. Not fun either. At 26 weeks, I had a follow-up with my doctor. I had my 1-hour glucose test, which, by the way, if you haven't seen on my Instagram, I failed by 8 points. That was super disappointing. The doctor said I could eat my regular breakfast, but also I had done my own research, and I saw that, you know, you're not supposed to eat a lot of carbs, just more like protein. So I had 2 eggs scrambled with chile, a little bit of beans, and 1 piece of Ezekiel bread. And I don't know if that's what sent me over the edge and made me fail or not, but yep, I failed. So recently I did my 3-hour glucose test. I'm actually still waiting on those results, so hopefully I pass. I've been praying about it because I really don't want to be checking my blood sugar or being on some kind of strict diet. So I will let y'all know what that update is as soon as I have some answers on my Instagram, and definitely there will be some kind of video about it later on. She did tell me that the baby was in the 57th percentile, and I didn't feel like crap after drinking it or anything like that. The drink wasn't that bad. I got the orange one and it was fine, so everything was pretty good. On January 9th, I realized that I had been feeling pretty out of breath lately, and I was starting to feel a little bit more uncomfortable. I was really emotional that day because my mom's dog Layla, that I had been taking care of for a year, was finally going back to live with my mom, and I just kind of grew a little bit attached to her. And I was also sad that my dog June was going to be sad without her, so I was just sad about that, and that led into like spiraling of sad thoughts. And I was just thinking like that my cousins that were here in Mexico were about to leave back to Mexico after being here for a few weeks, and also I was just thinking that my grandma was going to be sad in her new house because my mom and grandma moved. And I was also thinking like, all my loved ones are gonna die one day, and I was just like, why am I spiraling into all these sad thoughts? Like, I need to stop. So I think I just went to sleep. But yeah, I cried really hard that day, and that's the first time that I cried in a long time. Like, I sobbed my eyes out, like I was literally bawling. So anyways, at 27 weeks, I put in like a little summary, and I put, this is the first week that I started feeling very uncomfortable. So on January 13th, my pelvic bones, which is like my bones down there, and my hip bones were feeling achy, especially when getting up from laying down or when walking. And so yeah, that's been a little bit of an issue lately. I think I have more notes on that. On January 14th, I was taking a hot shower in the evening, and I started randomly feeling like a constant crampy feeling, like in my lower abdomen, and I was kind of like getting nervous, but it wasn't like, I wasn't nervous because, contractions like come and go. Like, this is just a constant feeling, so that was making me feel a little less worried. But at the same time, I'm like, why am I cramping? Like, this is just pretty random. So I got out the shower and dried off, and then I laid on the bed, and that helped it go away. But then we were about to leave, and I started feeling like a sharp pain in my right side, like right here. And I think I just touched the baby, because as soon as I touched right there, like, I felt movement. But anyways, it eventually went away on its own. Like, I went to my mom's house. I think we were having like a game night or something, and like, I don't even remember when it went away. Like, it just randomly went away. So that was weird. Also, I put my pelvic bones and hips are very achy, and it's making me walk weird. So I felt like I had to like wobble almost, because like lifting each leg to walk was like just kind of painful. So it was making me walk so like a penguin pretty much. 16th of January, I put my hips and pelvic bones are still hurting. I had cramping twice today when I was cooking. It's a constant cramping feeling. I started to worry me a bit. Also, my vaginal area feels almost like bruised, but I put that I'm going to talk to my doctor about it. Then on the 17th, my throat started hurting and itching. It was like a pain, like I think it was this side. It was hurting here and feeling itchy, and it would itch like all the way to my ear, and I'm like, what the heck is this? And then also my head started hurting, and I'm like, let me find out, I'm about to get sick. But thankfully the next day I woke up and I felt brand new. Nothing was even wrong. So that's pretty much it for my second trimester. It was definitely not as eventful in like a negative way like my first trimester, because with my first trimester I had those few bleeding, spotting scares, and with this trimester it's been more like eventful with happy, like the anatomy scan and everything going good with that, and also like feeling the baby move for the first time, or for the second time, or the third time. Like, just there were so many times when I thought the baby was moving, and I'm still not sure, like I said, when that really started, but just like the excitement of being like, oh my gosh, was that the baby moving? And just the wonder of if it's that or not. And then once the baby for sure started like moving and it being obvious, that was just so much fun. And then my husband felt the baby move for the first time on December 12th. And that was super exciting. Like, we were laying in bed about to go to sleep, and he was just cuddling with me, and he had his hand, and I'm like, I think the baby's gonna move right here. And sure enough, he felt it, and now he feels the baby move all the time. So it's just been a really exciting time, and we're in our new home, and we're just getting the house ready for ourselves. And then now we're starting to work on the baby's nursery. So just super exciting. With COVID numbers going up, as of right now, I am only allowed to have one person in the delivery room with me, but every night I am praying that I'm able to have two, because I really, really want my mom to be there. It's very important for her to be there. She brings me a lot of comfort, and also I just know that she would want to be there, and she is just such a good mom, and I know that she's only going to be there to be of comfort and of help for me and Fabian. So if y'all could just please pray that COVID numbers go down for everyone's sake, and also so that they can change the policy at my hospital, that would be great. Another thing that I had to stress about, one thing that I had to stress about in my second trimester was insurance. I had another insurance plan that was cheaper, but I could not find a doctor that took my insurance and also delivered at the hospital that I needed to deliver at. So I ended up having to switch to a more expensive insurance so that I can stay with my doctor and I can deliver at town. And yeah, that's what their policies are right now. I've also already signed up for childbirth classes, breastfeeding classes, I think like a child CPR class. So that's exciting. I'm excited to go to those, and I'm excited to learn. I've already started on my registry. We already have a design and like a color palette for the baby's nursery. Fabian's already smoothed down the wall because we're going to have an accent wall in his nursery. And I'm just really excited. Like, I feel like the third trimester is going to be a lot of preparation And also I'm starting to think, am I going to have a baby shower? Am I going to have a regular baby shower? Am I going to have a drive-through one? Am I not going to have one at all? Like, I just don't know what to do. That's kind of like the downside of having a baby right now with, you know, COVID still being a thing. It's just kind of scary not knowing what to do to keep yourself healthy, to keep your family members safe and healthy. So that's just something that we're still praying about. We're still kind of watching the numbers, see if they go up or if they're going to start going down now that it's almost, you know, the end of winter. I also got my booster in January, I believe, and I didn't have any symptoms or anything, just a little achy arm, and I had a bruise, and that's pretty much it. So that makes me feel a little bit better. And then also in my 3rd trimester, I'm supposed to go to the Bad Bunny concert, which you may think I'm crazy, but I really want to go, but I'm not sure because once again, COVID, and I also don't want to get sick. And I'm like, also like, am I going to be able to make it up the stairs? Like, I don't know how big I'll be by February. I think it's February 19th. So those are just a few things that I have to look forward to and a few things that I've already started doing. But yeah, we're really excited. We cannot wait to meet the baby. As most of you know, we are keeping the baby's name a secret. All our family and friends are still trying to trick us into slipping up on the name and letting them know what the baby's name is, but we have not slipped up once, which I'm really proud of. We continue to call the baby or the baby, even when it's just me and Fabian, because if we get in the habit of saying the baby's name, then I feel like that would cause us to slip up. So we're just trying to stay neutral and not say the baby's name at all. And what's anything else? I'm trying to think of what else. We already have a bassinet for the baby. My mother-in-law already got the baby like the little Mexican gold bracelet with Cardenas on it. Super cute. And I'm almost done with his blanket. And I'm just really excited for what's to come. I'm starting to actually get kind of excited for delivery. And I know that sounds crazy, but I just have been watching so many like labor and delivery vlogs, and I'm thinking that it's gonna be a positive experience. I'm trying to stay positive about it and just act like it's something to look forward to instead of a scary thing to look forward to. And I just know that, you know, I'm not against the epidural, so I'm just like thinking, first of all, I got to see my friend Rebecca have her baby back in July, which was like one of the most incredible experiences ever. Like literally, like just changed my whole view about childbirth. It was so beautiful. She made it look super easy. She's freaking awesome, and she did an amazing job having her baby. And she makes being a mom look so easy, which it probably isn't, but she's always very positive and always gives me positive advice and keeps me in a positive mindset. So thank you, Rebecca, for all the positive advice that you give me and positive just vibes and just always saying to stay in a positive mindset. I think I said positive 100 times. I'm pretty positive, yeah. But anyways, so yeah, she makes me excited to be having this baby, and she makes me excited to give birth. And yeah, I'm just like, I'm gonna have the epidural. Like, what am I gonna have to worry about? Like, I'm not gonna feel any pain. Like, I don't know. I'm just trying to think about it as a beautiful thing instead of a scary, painful thing. But anyways, that's pretty much it for now. I will definitely update probably before the baby's born, because if I wait until the end of my 3rd trimester, that obviously means that the baby would be here, but I'm not sure. I might just wait till the baby's here to do another little recap. But you guys let me know. Should I do another video between now and the baby being born, or should I just wait till the baby's already born? If there's anything else that you want to see in regards to my pregnancy, please let me know. I know that some people wanted to hear about my 2-week wait. Some people wanted to know what I did different to get pregnant. I'm not sure if I already posted that video, but I'll have to look. But definitely, if I haven't already posted, I'm going to post a moving vlog and my glucose test vlog and I can't remember what else. Oh, also I think Christmas and my husband's birthday. So yeah, I have a few little videos that might not interest anyone. Those are kind of just for my memories. But anyways, thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking through this long video. It's for my baby. Can't wait to meet you, baby boy. Cannot wait to hold you and to make so many memories with you and your dad. And I'm just so thankful to God. All glory to God for this miracle. I never, ever, like, take for granted what a miracle this baby is. The fact that I can carry his little life inside of me is just a miracle, and nothing short of a miracle. Like, seriously, the fact that it took us so much and so many struggles to get here, it's just, it makes you like really appreciate life and just appreciate a baby being conceived. Is just seriously just crazy to me, like something I cannot fathom. But anyways, I'm also going to show y'all my bump. Honestly, that's another thing that I forgot to mention. Most people tell me I don't really look as pregnant as a person this far along would look. So y'all let me know what y'all think. But the doctor said the baby's growing just fine, so I'm not concerned. But I do want my belly to get cuter. Like, I want to bump, but I mean, it's not that tiny either. But let me just show y'all. Okay, so this, I'm gonna get closer. This is my bump so far. I mean, it's not tiny, right? But it's definitely not like, some people's is like really big and like shiny and like huge, and I don't know. But yep, this is my 2 trimester old bump. I am currently 28 weeks and 6 days. So about a week ago, I finished my 2nd trimester and started my 3rd trimester. So, yep. That's it.